What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Fallout video, and today I'm bringing you episode 40 of our top 5 mods series. And in this episode, I got a pretty good variety of every different type of mod you kind of want. I got some armor mods in there, some weapons mods, some player homes mods, pretty much like one of everything in a way. So if you guys do go on to enjoy the video, make sure you like, subscribe, and let's get right into it.
Mom, I want her in my wigwam. She's just the way I want her to be, a million times hotter than TNT.
Alright everybody, so the first mod that we have is the TS Armor Mods by Scorch Splitter, and this is a armor mod that is specifically for PS4 version that adds in several new features for the crafting and donning of armor, and essentially just adds in a ton of different overhauls for each different type of armor, like combat, leather, metal, raider, all those types. And what you'll notice is when you go to a armor modification workbench and you go to a certain type of armor that is actually affected by this mod, you'll be able to see that there are a ton of different new options you can actually use for these. So I'm not going to go through every single new modification for every single type of armor, but I'm going to give a little brief summary of what's all that's like the biggest deal and the coolest things that I found in this mod. So new things that he added to the leather armor was he added in 3 new materials, laminated, tactical, and gilded, that further increase armor values as well as provide other benefits. For early beginnings of the game, now the cloth wrapped armor material is available, which reduces basic leather armor weight. As you guys see in the gameplay in front of you, there are a ton of different new additional colors like desert camouflage, chrome, orange, flames, earth, rusty green, blue, and red. They can all be selected as new materials, and you can go ahead and put on your new armor. And finally, one of the cooler things I found with this mod is that there is a new modification for your armor that can be crafted for any leather armor piece that greatly increases carrying capacity, you know, making it a good armor for hoarding junk or carrying a lot of things on you if you're that type of playstyle. I would say it's similar to the pocketed armor that you get in the base game. Now, as for metal armor, combat armor, and raider armor, they're all going to be sort of pretty much the same all throughout the list. They're going to be adding in new materials that are going to be increasing armor values as well as providing just other benefits depending on what you choose, as well as the new additional colors, as I stated before, like the laminated white and orange and all those flames, and different types of black colors that can make your armor look really cool. You can actually do a bunch of different designs that go good with different types of armor, and I also feel like I should mention that these can all be put on companions and stuff like that, so if you want to, you know, have a new type of modded armor for your companion, you can do that as well. But you can just go ahead and figure out for yourself if you do want to download this mod. There's all just different types of little features that each different armor class has, but I'm not going to go to it in this video. Now, for compatibility with other mods pertaining to this one, you are going to kind of want to watch some armor mods, but other than that, I'm pretty sure you should be 100% fine. I'm not really too certain what all this armor class mod does affect, but you should be good to go. And finally, you will not be needing any DLC for this mod, which is always a plus. So if you're into all those different types of armor mods, this is going to be one for you. Alrighty, so the next mod we have is the Overboss 357 Magnum, and this is going to be a custom revolver that is going to be added into the game that you can go ahead and find, that has 6 total different variants of legendaries that you can just find throughout playing Fallout 4. The first one you can find is at USAF Satellite Array Olivia, which you can actually go to through a quest through Abernathy Farm, where you just have to go get a locket and kill some raiders and come back to them. It's going to be at that place, so just come in here. And you can go into that little armory room, and that's where the Magnum's going to be on top of a safe. But if finding the actual revolvers isn't your forte and you kind of just want to get them, you can download an external mod that kind of goes with this that'll actually show you all the different locations of where these things are. I couldn't find any other ones. There's no videos online. There's no other really way to find them, so I'm guessing it's just throughout the campaign, but I'm not exactly sure. But no matter which way you get it, this weapon is actually a very, very good pistol. Now, it's not to the point where it's stupid OP, where it makes everything just kind of boring, but it is a very powerful pistol, and it's actually modeled after the 44 Magnum, but I do like how this pistol has a larger carrying capacity, and I feel like it's definitely more powerful than any variant of the 44. Even like if you look at Kellogg's pistol or the Gainer, it's still going to be pretty much definitely more powerful than all the different variants for a 44 Magnum, not to mention without any legendary effects on this weapon. You can clear rooms of enemies pretty quickly with this weapon just because it has a very fast fire rate, and it can kill, as you can see, you can kill raiders in about 2 shots. It kills gunners in about 3, depending on what level you are. Now, the only downside for this weapon is you are going to have the Nuka World DLC, just because it is, as you can see, kind of remodeled after the Western Revolver from the Nuka World DLC, but that is the only one you would have to have purchased. And for compatibility, since it is a weapon mod, it's going to be pretty much compatible with anything because it's only affecting assets pertaining to its like weapon class, so you're not going to have to worry about any compatibility issues. Overall, this mod is a very, very fun weapon mod. If you already have the DLC, you might as well go ahead and pick it up because it's one of the most fun pistol mods I've ever had, and it's just so fun to use. And not to mention, look how this, I got a Furious Sledgehammer right here. Pretty good legendary weapon. Here's a little fun fact for you. In the creation of this video, I got 2 insane legendary weapons. I got that one, and I also got a staggering combat rifle, which is also a very good weapon. But anyway, if you want to check it out, it's a really fun mod to use. Alright guys, so the next mod we have is the Companion Overhaul mod by Dead Chicken, and this is going to be adding in special abilities to companions that kind of focus and emphasize their individuality. So now, not only do you get to have a companion, but once in a while, your companion is actually going to have a special ability to come along with it to kind of make them more, I guess, deadly, because some, companions aren't really all that great. Now, I'm just going to go down the list here of like what each companion kind of has their ability for. Now, if you want McCready, he is going to be more of a stealth sniper, so if you're doing one of those stealth builds, you're going to want him. Now, X688 is going to be calling synths, which is kind of similar to the synth relay grenade. Preston Garvey is adding in a new Minutemen follower to come along with you guys, and his ability kind of depends on the number of settlements you have. Longfellow adds a dog follower, which is good against sea creatures. Hancock does good damage when under a chem effect. Paladin Dance ability depends on power armor modules, but he's going to be carrying a missile launcher. Strong becomes more of a tank and becomes a giant. And Kate does a melee dual one-trick pony type thing, which is really good for stealth. Curie is a medic, and he actually has a syringer pistol, which is going to be, I'm guessing, healing you as you are taking damage and stuff. I'm guessing that's what that means. Dogmeat detects life and corpses, which is also good for stealth. Piper incites human enemies, which is also good for stealth. Deacon disguises and does the sneak attack, which is, again, good for stealth. Nick Valentine hacks machines, which isn't really the ability, but he also has an EMP grenade. Ada just carries more junk. And last but not least, Codsworth has no radiation from eating or drinking, and he has more purified waters. So as you can see, there are some pretty beneficial special abilities that these companions actually get with this mod, unless you're one of those people that just, go on by themselves and don't use companions, and I guess this mod's not for you. But there are a few required DLCs for this mod, which are the Automatron DLC, the Far Harbor DLC, and the Nuka World DLC. So I do apologize if you don't have those. Unfortunately, this mod does require them though. But other than that, this mod is going to be pretty much 100% compatible with every mod you're going to want to be using in your playthrough, so you don't have to worry about any compatibility issues. Overall, it's a pretty decent mod. Alright guys, so the next mod we have is the Maple Manor Player Home mod by Cinco, and this is going to be a PS4 exclusive one. But as the title suggests, this is just another player home mod that's going to be located just northwest of Ten Pines Bluff. I showed on the map here if you are actually kind of curious where it is. It already comes with a map marker, so you don't have to find it yourself. But to actually get into the Maple Manor, you will have to find a green duffel bag around the exterior of the building. I do show you where it is because you will need that key card to kind of bypass all the turrets, because whenever you do originally come up onto this place, there are turrets surrounding the building, so you will be shot at a lot if you aren't, taking cover. Just make sure you come with some armor. But once you have acquired the key and key card, you should be able to just go in and open the door and go right on into the manor. Make sure you actually do disable the turrets, or at least make them so that they do not aggro on you. And once you get in here, you will quickly find out that this player home is unlike many other player homes. It's trashed. Now, the cool thing about this is you actually get to remodel and build the house yourself and make it to how you want to make it. Also, keeping in mind here, you will get this little notification saying that make sure you're not just scrapping everything that's broken, because actually some items can be restored and become usable again. So just be a little bit cautious whenever you are just going around scrapping everything. But this place is actually pretty cool. It's got some cool little mantles up here with a Deathclaw figure, another Pip-Boy over there that kind of glows whenever you're in lower light. Before on this bottom floor right here, there's going to be a lot of opportunity for some interior design to go on here if you are into the whole base building thing. Also, there are these new bag type things you can take, where it's just obviously just a backpack that you can carry on that'll give you a little bit more carry weight. If you need more than the 2 little backpacks right there, if you go just behind in the backyard of this place, there's going to be a dead kind of explorer type guy who has a backpack on him as well that you can get there. Now, not only is this a player home mod, he's actually added in 130 plus workshop items into the game that you can, use to actually build this place. Some of those consist of single beds, double beds, plant pots, weapon racks, radiators, dining mats, plain faction rugs, magazines, magazine stands and racks, clean suitcases, pre-war dressers, pre-war chairs, pre-war coffee tables, pre-war metal shelves, 2 wooden crates, a clean variation of Diamond City radios, 8 themed banners, kind of pertaining towards Nuka World, Vim, Unstoppables, etc., things like that. Mr. Handy Box and fuel canister with the clean versions, a clean wooden bench, and a pre-war Federalist desk, and there's more after that. Now, one thing is, it is going to be requiring every single DLC, so I am sorry about that, but if you do have them all, you may as well download this mod, and since it's a player home mod, it's not really going to be affecting any other mods, so you're good there. Alright guys, so the final mod we have is sort of a fun one. It's called Marked for Termination, a Terminator-inspired manhunt in the Commonwealth. And this is going to be, like it sounds like, a mod adding in the Terminator into Fallout 4. Now, not only does it add in a Terminator to actually be your companion, but it also adds in 8 cyborgs that will actively pursue you in the game that kind of disguise as normal settlers or normal like NPCs that you would expect to be in Fallout 4, but instead they're really powerful robots that will come and try to kill you. And these enemies are actually pretty powerful. They're going to be leveling up as you level up, and when they are not in combat with you, they still just kind of travel around the Commonwealth, so you're bound to run into them at one point. But for the Terminator itself, he's going to be carrying a minigun, which I think sort of fits him, so I just left it on there. But you can sort of change out his weapons, and there is a ton of dialogue you can actually have with him. But the only thing is, if you do play on the PS4 version, he isn't going to have a voice, which is only the kind of the issue. But he is still a pretty powerful enemy. I've never seen him actually get killed, so I'm not sure if he takes like a ton of damage. He actually does die, but he is a Terminator, so if you haven't seen the actual Terminator series, they're pretty powerful. They can take a lot of shots. But I just thought it was going to be a cool little companion mod you can add into your game if you want a new one. He is going to be pretty much compatible with every mod you're going to be using, as well as there's no DLC for this mod, which is kind of cool. I figured I'd add in a mod that doesn't require any DLC. I'm sorry, a lot of the mods ended up having a ton of DLC required for them. I didn't initially plan that out, but since Fallout 4 has almost reached its entirety lifespan, there's not a lot of mods coming out, and the ones that do come out tend to have a lot of DLC required for them. So I'm sorry about that, but I can't really help that. There's only so many mods that come out on the PS4 and Xbox and things like that. But if you guys did enjoy this video, hopefully you did, expect a video on Wednesday and Friday. If you guys didn't see my little community post earlier, I am going to be posting every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'm going to be trying to stream on the weekends as well. So that's kind of like the new schedule. I'm kind of slowing down on the whole job thing and kind of trying to focus on YouTube mostly, just because I like making YouTube videos, so it's good for everybody when I can get out, multiple YouTube videos in a week. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you like, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.